YouTube, my name is More Crypto and we have an update on COTI. So I made this video 2 days ago and we had plenty of support, we had plenty of views, so I'm guessing a whole lot of you are holding COTI, and after that video we've had a big drop with Bitcoin, and that's why I feel like it's very important to update everyone. I can understand why you're holding COTI if you are, just because of how an amazing coin it is, the partnerships it has, the support it has from ADA as well, and the services providing is pretty much all spot on. So it fulfills all the criteria of a great coin, and I wouldn't even be hesitant to hold this in the long term, and that is what I'm doing. But right now, obviously, everyone's panicking. What is happening right now? Before I start, I just want to say, if you could like and subscribe, that would really help me out. My most popular video on this channel has got 90 likes, I believe. If this one can get 100, that would really make my day. So if we can get that done, that would be huge. The next thing is, if you want to subscribe, I've got a Bitcoin video coming out later on today as well, hopefully, and that's going to be explaining what I see the major resistance zones being, and where we want to see support as well. So that is going to be a very big video outlining what the markets and the crypto markets are going to be doing in the near future. So if you want to see that, subscribe. Let me know in the comments as well what coins you lot are holding. If I get enough requests for a particular coin, then I will make a video on them as well. Okay, now from that last video you can see that we marked out this particular path, and then from that you can see that we hit this sort of exact region. So I said this would be a good time to buy in, and this was our confirmation. We had exactly that. Now obviously anything after this point, this is where we had that huge Bitcoin drop, anything after that point cannot really be helped, but otherwise you can see the technical analysis has been spot on. We came down to this region, we dipped below. Once we dipped below, we looked to compass this resistance zone here, and then came back down, and right now this is a major support zone for COTI as well, and we're heading upwards. Okay, so you can see all this is playing out. I've drawn a Fibonacci on from last video, and this was a major zone here, and that's why that Fibonacci has started from there. We're way down below this 0.618 region now. Normally this is a very strong zone where if you buy here, normally it's very bullish and we normally head upwards, but we have had a downwards trend, unfortunately. So where are we headed now? I want to look at the daily first, just to show you what's happening in the long term, and what we can establish from this is we can look at a moving average. So the 15-day moving average, which is this line that I've drawn here, is very coherent with this structure that we have. So we've been bouncing off it quite a few times up till this peak here, and then from the sort of drop here, this consolidation period, this period where we've been coming back down, it has become resistance which we need to break past. Now obviously moving average is a lagging indicator, but it can give us some sort of idea where the price is headed, and right now you can see it's headed downwards essentially. Okay, if we were to sort of extend it with this momentum, we can see it reaching down towards there with this sort of trend, okay, continuing. So that's one thing that we can look at. The next thing we are going to see is on the 4-hour period. Now on this 4-hour zone, we've bounced up against this region, and what I've done is I've extended this trend line down, and essentially this trend line is it was a support here for this bounce, this confirmation, and now it has coincided with the support resistance region, and with the support resistance region it has bounced back off. Okay, so what do I see happening right now? So right now this is a very good time to sort of buy for long-term investment. Obviously if it goes down below, that is due to Bitcoin, and the way I see it, everything is on sale. So I'll explain it in the Bitcoin video, but essentially there is going to be a huge resistance, a huge support zone at the 45k region if it is to dip below this 55k region, which right now is a support zone as well. So if we dip below that, 45k would be the perfect time to get back into everything. But even now, this is a great opportunity, because not only have we passed this 0.786 region, we have passed that right to the bottom of this major support zone. So if we dip below, I'll show you the scenario that can be in play, but I see it going up from here. Okay. Now obviously we don't want to just get back in straight away. We always want to look for a retest, a confirmation, okay, to make sure that this is exactly what's happening. So if we want to see that, we essentially want to either see a double bottom, okay, like this. I'm sorry, that's been marked down as a lower low, but a double bottom like that, okay, and essentially a higher low. This is what we're looking for, and this is a bullish scenario, okay. So it shows that we've got bullish momentum, and if we can have that against this support zone here, then happy days. We should be in a good sort of upwards momentum, okay. In the same way, we want to look for some sort of confirmation like that as well. So that would be good to look out for on the 1 hourly. So you can see we're headed upwards, and then from here, if we were to see a downwards momentum, some red candles, and with those red candles we see a confirmation, then that would be a perfect time to get back in, because you can see right now we've got lower lows, okay. So just to be safe, you might want to wait for that confirmation, all right. So going back onto the 4 hourly, let me just show you the scenarios that I see playing out, and the best one I would say is if we head upwards, sort of hit this trend line, okay, bounce back down, and then come back up towards this, bounce back down towards it, okay, and this would be our confirmation. This would be a very good time to buy, and it's a point where we've had plenty of confirmations and we can see some good upwards momentum. It's all about minimizing risk, okay, and maximizing reward. So by missing out on potentially this 5 to 10% here, okay, you are not maximizing reward, but you are minimizing the risk, okay, of it going down below. The risk is very small right now anyways, I believe, just because it's at this bottom region here, but this is the world of crypto, anything can happen, so it's best to be prepared. So after this, the next region that I wanted to go past is this 0.786 region. I wanted to come up against here, bounce back off this, show us another confirmation, and then come up again. Okay, and I believe this could be the point where we see it reaching this all-time highs again. So we've got two regions that we might want to get in, and it's pretty much this 26 cents or this 30 cents, depending on how safe you want to be and how sure you want to be of this upwards momentum. Okay, so from here to here, we can see we've got a 30% increase. So if you were to get in right now, you have got a strong opportunity to make some profit. But again, it's about minimizing risk, and I would look in at getting here. It's still a 17 to 20% increase, okay, which in my eyes isn't a bad opportunity at all. Okay, so we can see a scenario like this playing out, and even if you got in around here at the 25 cents, this would be a very good opportunity as well. So if this was to play out, I would look at buying here or here and potentially here as well. Okay, now if Bitcoin does sort of sort itself out and starting up with momentum again, then we can see it coming up and testing this region here. If it tests this region, this support zone, then we can see it headed upwards again. Okay, so those are two scenarios that we can possibly see. Now the next one that I want to look at is the bullish scenario. The worst case one. I'm expecting to see it come down towards here, break past this support region, okay, and then come back down towards this blue region here. Okay, now this is why I'd be looking at it passing this trend line at least, and then coming back down towards towards it, just because it's still unclear if it comes up towards this point and you've bought around here. It's still unclear whether it's headed back downwards. But if you see a green candle here, it could be a good sign. And on the hourly, if you see a green candle and for a full hour we can see some bullish support, then it could be a perfect time to buy in. But essentially that's why I'd wait for this one maybe. Okay, so we've came down towards here. This is our bearish scenario. Okay, let's look at the sort of profits you could be making, what stop losses you should be making as well, what stop losses you should be looking at. So if you were to get in at that point above the trend line, that first region you could say is a 20% gain, and I would keep my stop loss very tight for that, maximum 10 to 15%, but we don't want to be getting any profits there. 20%, it is a decent amount. We'd have a risk to reward ratio of 2, but this is where we're hoping to make our first take profit at that 63%. But if we do get to that region, then I see no reason why we can't come even higher towards our all-time highs, and that's 123%. Okay, so there we go. That's been my 2 cents on COTI. So if you do believe that I have helped you out, then I really appreciate if you could go ahead, leave a comment, let me know if this video has helped you out, and a subscribe, a like would very much be appreciated. Okay, so cheers guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video.